Have you ever felt unwanted in a place where you were supposed to belong? Imagine walking into school every morning with hope in your heart, only to be told you don't belong here because of your skin. That's exactly what happened to Maya, a brilliant young black girl whose only dream was to learn. What happened to her will break your heart, but the ending? It will leave you speechless. Before we dive in, let me ask you this: if you were Maya, what would you have done? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories, where we bring you powerful, true-to-life stories that touch the soul. Maya loved school. Her notebooks were filled with drawings, ideas, and dreams of becoming a writer one day. But to some of her classmates and even her teacher, her dark skin was something to mock. One day during class, whispers turned into open insults. A boy sneered, "Why are you even here? Go back where you belong." The teacher didn't stop him. Instead, she sighed and said, "Maybe this school isn't the right place for you." The words hit Maya like a storm. By the end of the week, she was expelled, not for breaking rules, not for failing, but for being black. She went home in tears, feeling crushed. But instead of hiding, Maya picked up her pen. She poured her pain, her anger, and her truth into a letter she addressed not just to the school, but to the world. Days later, her words spread, first to local parents, then to the community, then online. Her story was everywhere. A girl expelled for her skin color. The world was watching. When Maya returned to school weeks later, it wasn't as a silent student. She was invited to speak in front of the whole assembly. And with steady hands and a trembling voice, she read her letter out loud. Her classmates, her teachers, even the principal listened in silence. By the end, there were tears in the crowd. The same students who once mocked her stood and clapped. The school board reversed its decision. Rules were changed. Policies were rewritten. Maya, the girl they tried to silence, became the voice that changed the school forever. But here's the twist. Years later, Maya didn't just become a writer. She became a lawyer dedicated to fighting for children who are discriminated against in schools, so no one else would suffer like she did. So I ask you, what would you do if you were in Maya's shoes? Would you have had the courage to turn your pain into power? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if Maya's story touched you, don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories for more powerful, emotional stories that the world needs to hear. Because sometimes, one voice is all it takes to change everything.